I guess the change, I guess the exchanges, we get to save more resources for it because of the pot.
So we're in a situation with limited data. The reason I haven't leaned very hard in any of these changes, and the reason I didn't even bring it up, is because I didn't want to like push anybody into doing something that was uncomfortable, and also because what we're doing now probably will work. Like if we just keep doing what we're doing, we'll probably be fine as we become more comfortable with monitors. There is a chance that it's actually mathematically tight the way we've set it up, and we're going to have a chronic issue with the check. Like, that's possible, but I don't look at this and think of, like, P8S week 1, where I was like, oh my god, I don't think we mathematically can do this. We have to change something, or else we're just going to die to the check. I don't think it's that. Right? We've already gotten through all of the checks multiple times. What we don't know is, like, how much of that was variance, and how much slack remains to be taken up. But my hunch is that it will be okay. So I don't want to like push people around too much. I'm happy to experiment with any of these things. I will say, right now I think P3 and P4 are very tight, and I don't know what the trade-off would be. To your most recent point, CC, if you pot in P2 instead of P1, and then pot in P3 around monitors, that's going to be kind of a ragged pot. Just judging from how our 2 minutes go, like the 2 minutes are mathematically substantially lower right now. So, yeah, I mean, the upshot is, I guess you take more resources into the reopener, and that can be significant. But I bet that's not going to be a gain on P3. That's just a wild ass guess, right? Like, I don't know, did you take data?
Yeah, no, this was just something that my friends were talking about when I was talking to them last night, after I left the channel.
So, I mean, I'm open to trying it, for sure. I'm open to trying any of these things. We talked about, Axel suggested like a caster LB. I don't know what the opportunity cost is. Like, I don't know if you're getting a big cleave or something on MF. And then if we ask you to, okay, like clockwork, something's up. So I don't know what the opportunity cost would be with that LB. Another thing that I found was for the group that does 2 minutes on cooldown, they're making up lost damage by doing like melee LB3 in phase 3, and then melee LB1 in phase 4. Are you back, Sephi?
Yep. I think it has something to do when I'm streaming. I think something's causing it to overload, but don't worry about it. Go on.
Definitely a connection. I don't know what it is. Yeah, so we were just kind of going through some of the suggestions when you disconnected, and
yeah, I heard most of them.
So yeah, I don't know which one of these things we want to pick up. We can experiment, but I don't want to lean on anybody right now.
I mean, I did some napkin timing, and I think I can, like, I don't know how it'll look like going into it, but like I can at least get the double shroud burst in that in the P2 window, which doesn't change much because I'm already using shroud really late anyways in P1. So like at the very least I can try that. It's not a huge deal.
Yeah, if CC is okay with it, I would like to try the Castle B, please, to see when we're gonna have the LB3.
I'll do whatever.
I think at this point we're just trying whatever people want to try. Does anybody else want to try something out, or we can try these two things. All right, here we go.
Rotate.
One's out. Two. Three. Four. Position and distance.
Oh, I didn't even remember to press that Mind Bulb in early first.
It's all good.
I need to delay Shroud by GCD. Or not Shroud, Circle.
Line up.
Eyes on one. Cursed. Mid. Mid. Was that too close?
Yeah, we're too
Yeah,
close.
it was laser close.
How long is the delay between pressing LB1 and entering the lock and the damage snapshotting?
I don't remember what the animation lock was. What do you call it? I have to refer to that little document we posted on Elegant Studies a while back. Because I honestly don't remember.
Just wonder if it's possible to reduce your relative loss, because there's that brief downtime. If we could test into it, I don't know. Copy. One's out. Two. Three. Four. Position and distance.
Oh, because of the LB, I can't get all my stacks. CC doesn't recover in time, I think.
I wonder if I can do one GCD, get the lock, and then.
Well, because I use it before, like I have to use it like as you're casting. Eyes at 4. Full out. Mid. Mid.
Beta alpha. Right is alpha.
Yeah, I'm. Double shrouding on that feels bad because I'm overcapping.
And 3. Wait, he's by 2. Three, 2, 1. Knit.
Nice swap.
Good. Lost blood details. Yeah. Probably not for the best.
LB1 is so weak anyway.
Put in.
Red is deformation. Red is deformation.
Yeah.
Everybody in.
There's deformation. It's very low.
Yeah, it's.
Stay there, Prince. Oh!
It doesn't
I'm
matter.
going.
I already have it.
We have
Yeah,
a lot
yeah.
of people.
And then goodbye, because I will explode soon. Can I have immunity? Where is defamation?
Red is defamation.
This is emotion, I guess.
Oh,
Bye.
we were doing okay. I don't know if it would have gone off right after that anyway. I got hit
Yeah.
by your
It went
rot
off
expired.
literally right after. But yeah, I shouldn't have ran in.
Let me see if the extrapolation was even right on LB1 while we're at it.
Yeah, double shrouding fucks everything up there, and from at the start of P2.
Yeah, because like if I'm not LBing, I would normally be able to get, if everything goes properly, then I'd normally get at the very least one GCD cleave plus C6 on both targets. At best, it's 2 GCD cleaves and a C6 on both targets.
Sky Shard is dealing just over 80,000 to each target, so it's doing about 160,000.
Yeah, so I guess that's more than what I would normally do. But that's still, like, looking at that check at the very end, that still seemed pretty close.
And it's also screwing
Well,
Nagi out some potency. So
Yeah.
I'm not cleaving, and I'm losing potency by overcapping a bunch of resources because because I changed the timings on everything.
You said you cast Arcane Circle like early, right?
So normally I cast it before they're targeted. They're targetable. In Double Shroud, I wait a GCD as after they're targetable. But because I wait a GCD after they're targetable, you are casting LB at basically the same time. So you will be locked that entire time.
In that case, I would propose that we just let Nagi do what he normally does, and then this way I can just
You can
dump a
prep
GCD
you
into
can
the
prep
bolt
a
bosses so he
Vercure.
can get his stack. Oh no, I don't need to prep Vercure because I already have a GCD prep for my melee combo.
Oh wait, does LB not cancel that?
No, what do you call it? All I'm gonna do is hit like either Verholy, Scorch, or Resolution.
Oh,
Hit the
you're just
button
gonna finish
and
it. Okay.
and then pop the LB immediately.
And that doesn't fuck with the LB timing?
I don't know, to be honest. I don't. How long is it before they
We can find out.
become? Yeah, before the firewall. Yeah, well, it's still early.
that-
It's early enough in the fight that we can test. Because if we can get that to work, then that's probably like best way to go about doing it.
You will be losing a DCD though, CC, because you wouldn't be broadcasting the LB1.
Oh, that's fine. Actually.
Okay.
Because like the GCD I would be losing in that instance would probably be a 10 mana game, which is like whatever. I can actually make that back up.
Who's on X and Nagi?
Yeah, I'm good. I assume you were looking.
I want to know how to avoid what just happened.
Well, you and I bopping into each other?
Yeah, like I don't know if I should have waited for you or what.
So I thought I was in the clear because I saw Red Defamation enter their tower and I didn't see you. So I guess it's probably more on me for not seeing and being clear that we weren't gonna run like that. So
Yeah, I was waiting for Nagi to move before I started going to my tower. That's why I didn't immediately start running. So
was Nagi the other was not
he was the one who
the other
ran behind
tower?
you. He was the one that you saw run into the tower.
So
So
yeah. I just keep doing what you're doing. I see it have my eyes more open, that's all.
okay. I just didn't know if I needed to like wait a second or something. But...
No, you have priority because I was a tether, it's fine.
Alright.
Yeah,
I literally
it's really
see you
just the
there.
first set of towers that become
Yeah,
the
it's
scariest just because of that.
wonky.
I also wasn't super sure where Zeke was going to go because he was also like 180 away from a tower, from both towers, I should say. So I don't know if he was going to follow me or if he went. He eventually went the other way, so like that resolved. But I was trying to give him a wide enough berth just in case he was coming up behind me, so that I could like go past
Everybody
The
was
first
giving
hour?
each other a wide enough berth, it seemed.
I love the grocery store shimmy.
Oh, there was no shimmying there. It was simply,
The grocery store car crash.
yeah, it was just simply, okay, I will let him go. He has the right of way, and then there was a car crash. All right, I think I'm ready.
Alright. Time for science.
And we didn't change anything else in P2, right? Nobody else has changed anything they're doing on Omega F?
I
haven't
believe
changed
that's the
anything
case.
yet.
Yeah, for me, I was able to get everything I would normally get on Omega F, even with that LB. I could still get everything I normally get.
You still using white fire engines?
Yeah.
I don't know how you passed through that.
I don't know either.
He's got the Zeke magic.
Apparently.
Literally had my camera in RTS mode and I still missed it.
Special sauce.
I just saw you phase right through it and I was like, oh. Good thing I didn't move.
Rotate? Wait, no.
No rotate, no rotate, no rotate.
No rotate.
One's out. 2. 3. 4. Position and distance.
Okay, hit. Okay. Oh god, that's close.
I accidentally lost gluttony because I forgot what I was supposed to do there, like which buttons I had to press there for a second.
Went up.
But yeah, I got the stack. Susie.
Okay.
Eyes on Alpha. Him. Far. Far.
Delta Beta.
I love this game's target.
Hitting the 3.
Let's click on the boss instead.
He's by Delta.
Three, 2, 1. Mid.
He's dead. Whoops, I should have used that GCD faster. That's a mistake.
Put in.
Red is Defamation.
Tether's in.
Red is Defamation.
Pull in. Switch here.
Red is Defamation.
It's fail. I'll win.
Red is Defamation.
I'll go across. Oh, okay, you go across. You go across. Okay, you started moving.
Red is Defamation. Party can freely move to blue.
Attack.
Red, freely move to blue. Wait on blue pop. Good.
Exploding.
Ruts.
Into alpha.
Who's in 5?
Couple autos and monitors.
I can get the raise.
To go to 1 when I get up. I'll try to go ASAP.
You got this, X?
Yeah, but it's not ready. We'll do it at the end.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's right. That's right.
Mesh.
Get ready to move in after your personal laser.
Go in.
In. I'll sprint if you need it. Stay out.
Wait. In.
Do it, do it.
Yep.
Get mid up.
Oh god, that is so tight. Still.
Okay, I'm gonna
Yeah, we had weakness and prize with 0 resources, so.
gonna mash. I'm gonna no zombie.
You might want to change to invulns. We'll find it later.
Yeah, I think long term we don't want to invuln here at all because
Don't use
we're not
2 minutes?
bursting.
Yeah, don't use 2 minutes.
Alright. Remember, blues are by little man and big man. Christmases are.
Rep.
Oh yeah, I got reppin'. Actually, I don't rep. I have wings.
Battle barrier.
Big beetle. Big beetle.
Spread.
Axel and Seppi swap. No, Miniman. Oh,
Big Beetle Mini Man. Yep.
I needed to take one step forward. That wasn't the B.
That was a good pull.
Yeah.
I think I'm not sure what happened. Did we die to the double pop? Is that what happened most recently?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a double blue pop.
Yeah.
I moved to forward blue, I think.
Yeah, I was too late with my tether there. I was waiting for something to happen, then I remember to not stretch my tether. I was too late.
A browser open with all these videos that I was looking at before raid. I'm just gonna restart my browser here. Okay, getting my live stream up. Were we good on the initial tether configuration? I looked at mine and I was like 99% sure I didn't need to swap. Do we have any swaps at all required?
There was a swap.
Yes.
I was part of it.
Seppi Axel, I believe.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
west side had to swap. Sorry.
Relative west.
Yeah.
No, relative
Relative east, east.
east. Yeah, because I was behind my POV.
Yeah.
That is neat. I think the positioning was a little bit uneven on the beetle side. We had like one end of the blue tether, I think, right in front of him, and the other end of the blue tether off to his side.
Oh yeah, that was me.
Yeah, well, yeah, I was also in the wrong spot too. Because it was Big Beetle and I was moving in.
I'll make 2 clips. One of the
Yeah, thankfully our eye still popped. Our blue insta popped at the end of the day, but I was like, I was way too close than I should be.
Did anyone gain anything by that LB during this poll? Because we're able to push P3 even with prices death there in P4. Maybe your DPS is fine.
I don't think rotationally I got anything. But I just know now that I have to use my one of my GCDs earlier.
And I believe X mentioned that the LB is extremely tight, right?
I mean, it was ready to go right there. I mean, let's see. I used it like right after I had used my last Raiton. It was ready. Let's see. It was ready pretty early. Or yeah, it was ready by the second or no, I guess the third one it finally popped. Yeah. So on the last one that came out, and I used it. It seemed like I had time. I don't know what you guys think.
It does.
It felt tight, but go ahead.
I was just gonna say, it does clip into your trick attack window, doesn't it? Because that's when my chainsaw came up.
My trick attack window was pretty much over by the time I used LB, so I was good.
I was gonna say it felt kind of tight, but that might have just been because Prize ended up dying we had reduced potency there. It's probably a bit comfier than it felt.
By tight I meant the LB timing, not the boss HP.
Oh yeah.
So speaking of prize dying, I made a clip. I'm like comparing with the diagrams now. M1 and M2 are supposed to be in the boss's monitor, right?
Correct.
I was just bringing it up because if there's no visible gain, there's no reason to keep doing it.
Oh yeah, Zeke is on the other side. That's what happened.
That's what I'm thinking. I think Zeke's M1, right?
Yeah, I was M2.
Yeah, I didn't even notice that because I know I was the only DPS, so I'm on the not monitor side. I use that as my little queue. I didn't even notice Zeke was there with the monitor above me.
Zeke didn't die?
Oh, yeah. No, I totally botched that. I was thinking something looked horribly wrong, while I was doing it, and couldn't figure it out.
I think that makes sense. Zeke and I both dodged X's monitor, which is very close to the corner of the waymark. That could probably be out further, but it was incredibly well aligned. Or sorry, Nagi's monitor, excuse me, not X. Nagi's monitor is incredibly well aligned. So I think we both dodged that. And Zeke hit both of us, Axel and Prize. We both got hit with Zeke's monitor, so the only issue is the boss had a free monitor to hit with anybody in the party. So it just doubled on me. I think that adds up, right?
Yeah.
I watched too much Delta footage, and I was like, oh, I have a monitor. I need to go opposite of the monitor side.
That's all good. Yeah, not to derail the limit break discussion, though. I just wanted to touch on that while we were at it.
Yeah, I think the question is like, is it giving us anything using it there on the twins?
I mean, it is free damage, right? If like anyone is not losing anything or not gaining anything, if it's completely neutral, then it should be a small gain, right?
My issue with that is that CC is losing at least 2 DCDs worth of gauge there that he could be using on P3, and when LB comes back for P4,
I'm not really losing all that much gauge. Because I think at most I'm losing 16 mana total. Which is really it's not as much as it looked. Because at the very end of MNF, of phase 2, I'm still able to get everything I normally get out of those two.
My only concern would be how consistent can you do that to where you don't have the LB drift into packet filter?
Great question.
Like if it's truly like no proper gain or disadvantage to doing it, and we run a greater risk of you just like flubbing the LB and it going into the Aether, then I don't think it's worth doing.
Yeah, because like the only thing I do whenever that phase starts is I start mashing my 1 key. So this way the instant they become targetable, I can just pump the GCD into them, and then immediately hit the LB button.
The other thing is that when LB comes up on P4, I don't know how much X is costing for him, because if LB is up for like the beginning of P4, X is not doing anything. He's not in burst window, he's not losing anything, but I don't know how busy is he doing at the end of P4. So maybe it's cutting some of his damage abilities, I don't know.
I was able to use everything under Trick. And Trick was actually ending the moment I pushed the LB button, like it had no seconds left. So it doesn't actually bother me, like when I use it. It might seem a little tight every time, but it'll hit. I think though, really, it's just, I don't know if it's like worth. I don't know. I don't really know. I know you're saying it's free damage, but maybe it's just me. But it felt a little tighter on killing F there, and when recently it never felt tight at all. Unless that was like the point.
Yeah, if it's like uncomfortable for CC to do that, that's a pretty good argument against it, I guess.
Yeah, at least I've only been able to do it once, so I don't know how it is just yet.
I think realistically, if we're not gaining, if we're not gaining anything, like what's the point?
Yeah, because like at the very least,
or not.
I know it's more. I know I'm cleaving more than what I would hitting both targets, more than what I would normally hit at the very least.
Right, but the what we're trying to gain here is, can we do more damage to the bosses to where we can kill them slower, and people can hold stuff for phase 3. That's the goal, right? So that's the reason why we're even talking about. So can we do that? Have we achieved that with us doing LB in the beginning? Sounds like no. So why push for it?
Yeah,
Unless you want to try some more.
Yeah, if people are not, if they're still using their resources on P2, then there's no gain.
Yeah. Doesn't matter whether it's actually more damage in the end or not.
Yeah, I still use everything.
On F, who has headroom? When I say headroom, I mean like Who has the ability to move something out of Omega F and onto the big boy? An example of this is like I can deliberately overcap Black Blood. Instead of entering the intermission with like 40 or 60, I can just let it go to 100 and then overcap by like, 10 or 20 or 30 or whatever it is. I can do the same thing with mana. Like, if I want to optimize my output on P3, then what I need to do is TBN somebody for Cosmo. I always TBN Johns, and I have to store that proc, because the only other proc chance is during the transmission and it's too late. But like I can overcap mana, and the other thing I can do is like I can hold a Shadowbringer losslessly. And I did on that pull. And the Shadowbringer is like 20,000 damage. Mana, if I have 2 mana uses of edge, that's like 28, so that's like 48. 50 Black Blood is a small premium, it's like 75, but it's like north of 50k damage overhead that I'm not using, that I could like carry with me into P3. And I don't understand everybody else's situation well enough to tell who has headroom. But like, who has space? Nobody? No job gauges, nothing?
And I think I have the opposite issue where I'm like everything that I'm doing now lines me up perfectly for the next phase. Like if I held stuff, it would actually probably be a detriment because I would probably lose usages.
I don't have anything that's not literally overcapping gauge, and that feels extremely bad.
Do you enter the intermission with 100 heat?
Sorry?
Do you enter the intermission with 100 heat?
No, I enter with more than 50, which is the cost of like using my stuff, and 100 gauge from my robot. Just heat that is only 60 if I'm not mistaken. But I do go into the intermission with almost capping my charges of Gauss Round and Ricochet, which is pretty much the only point of heat anyway. So I have literally everything that I can have that's not overcapping resources.
I'm currently coming into P3 with a full melee combo loaded. I mean, 2 melee combos, but it's a full melee combo that I can dump into the big boy.
Could you double? Like, could you possibly save if you just did fillers? I think this
could.
is like the main thing. Yeah, I think this.
I don't know how tight that would make our
Yeah, so let me motivate this, because you guys are probably like, well, this is a stupid question. The motivation is, I'm wondering if we have like room to lengthen F. Like, I know this sounds bad, but if you compare us to some of the clears, we are actually ahead. Like, the closest comp to ours is, well, it was Safety Helmet when I looked at it. That's Xeno's group, and they're not identical. But like 3 of the DPS are the same. I think the healers are the same, and they have Dark Knight Warrior instead of Dark Knight Paladin. And they have a summoner. And you look at the comparison in output, and like we are incredibly ahead. I mean, we're actually doing much more damage per second in the first 9.5 minutes of the fight. I think it's like by 800 or something. I don't know that we want to do what they're doing. And I don't know what we want to do what Neverland is doing. I mean, frankly, this gets terrifying when every transition is like to the last GCD. I don't know how much control they had over that. But like the output is there. And one thing I'm aware of is that we have made... I know X, you've made frustrated noises on multiple phases. So you said at the end of Beetle, at least once, that you're just going to stop pressing buttons. As a team-oriented thing. It was never like... so there.
Yeah, no, yeah.
You're gonna make the transition easier. We all get that.
Yeah.
But like, the timing was unpleasant for your job, is the point. And you were making a call to like set yourself up for a better P2, rather than just mindlessly do a dummy rotation. And I think the same thing is happening to you at Omega F, right? Because you can't get a full. I think you probably would never use TCJ there, just because 6 and 8 minute TCJs. I mean, that's psychotically dangerous. It's like in the middle of Hello World and in the middle of the wave cannons. It seems impossible.
Yeah, I wouldn't even be able to.
I can try something.
We but I think that we're still like causing ninja problems even on Omega F, right? Because you don't get a trick attack there or Hyosho.
I mean, I can use it there, and it probably won't be an issue now, because no matter what I do, realistically, if I get monitors, like I know people like can greed GCDs there, but I literally can't, because that's when TCJ comes up, and obviously I can't use that during monitors if I get it. It's not gonna happen. I'll kill everybody. So like I have to hold it there, regardless of whether I use a trick at the end of P2 or I don't. So
Absolutely.
If we want like me to use it for somebody else to potentially get a gain for the beginning of P3, I don't really mind anymore, because like I said, I'm screwed either way.
I don't think we should. I'm not going to try to bully you into using TCJ at 4 minutes. I think it would be insanely difficult, maybe actually impossible, to use it on cooldown and get full effect. But I do wonder if we could get trick back, because like looking at that last.
Only trick attack. Sorry, I wasn't mentioning anything about TCJ, because just like you said, it wouldn't be possible. But like I was talking about trick attack and Hyosho. I can use that once we're done doing Limitless if we need it. Because either way, I'm screwed. Like I said.
So I mean, the train of thought here is like, if we look at that last pull, we're not that far off of making that work. I mean, it's like a trick, at like 7.1, 107.7, 215.6, because MNF are, they respawn, 315.8, it's like basically on cooldown, and then 509. So, like, if F was 5.3 seconds longer, you'd be pressing trick on cooldown, and it would just work.
Yeah.
And, I don't know, maybe delaying trick by a GCD and the reopener in big guy is catastrophic. I don't know how bad that is, but I'm looking at that and wondering, well, maybe if we can make it easier for Ninja to do those phases, the rest of us will not feel pressured to be like, oh, we have to kill F. Maybe we can save our stuff and take it to P3.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm fine with using trick and Kyosho at the end. It's not a problem for me, because like I said, if I get monitors, I'm boned either way. Like there's literally nothing I can do about it.
There is something I could try. I haven't actually, what do we call it? I hadn't thought to try it, but I have been looking at a couple logs, and some of those red mages that have cleared this fight, they're dumping one less melee combo than I am on the beetle in phase 1. Instead, they're actually only using half of the one I'm actually dumping onto beetle in phase 1. So maybe I can actually I could probably cut the melee combo, cut it in half. So this way more potency can get dumped into MNF at the beginning of phase 2. And so that gives me, at least it gives me room to store more mana for phase 3 at the very end.
Yeah,
so all I would be doing is really just delaying the melee combo that I would normally dump into Beetle, and then just using 4 out of the 6 GCDs from it.
Yeah, so you're basically doing what I'm doing, and just holding the.
I'd basically just be doing filler until just about the very end, until just doing filler and just like holding that melee until the very end. That's something I can definitely try.
I don't think we need to worry.
Since we are killing Omega Beetle like quite fast as is.
I'm just gonna say I don't think we should worry too much about it. It's good to theory craft and all that, but like we literally just killed P3 and P4 with a death. And it was a big death too. So even it's good to like try to get into P3 with more resources, try not to screw your rotation too much.
Oh yeah, it definitely won't screw the rotation. It definitely.
Yeah, because the status quo is already good enough, in my opinion.
Yeah, the only thing it does is it basically just pushes it. All it does is delay the melee combo forward. That's all it really does.
I'll just go back to, I mean, people can experiment with things that they want. I don't want to lean on anybody to do anything. I will keep doing what I'm doing unless X, you want to try the like trick attack at the end of F, in which case I will intentionally overcap my stuff. Like I'll let my plunge
trick
overcap
attack,
and my
I'll trick attack there from
mana.
on. It's not like a try. I'm just down to do it.
It's up to you. I mean, like Johns was saying, it's clear that we don't need any of these things. You know, we're in nice to have territory, I think.
Yeah, but I'm personally fine with doing it. Like, I tried to make monitors easier for me, but that's impossible. So at this point, I should just embrace. If I get a monitor, you know, I cry in the corner a little bit, and we move on. We still kill the boss, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, monitors is one of those where I just like if I'm feeling like I can be a little spicy, then maybe I can do a little bit. But most of the time, I'm just like I'm gonna kill people if I don't stop. I'm gonna kill people.
I can't even do that. Like I said, it's TCJ, and you know, I'm fucked. Like I can't push that during monitors. It's not happening if I have it. So like I'll just like hit filler buttons, and that's about it. But yeah, that's fine with me. It really doesn't change anything for me.
Sim time.
Oh. Wait, what?
Price posted the link. I mean,
I hope I loaded the right one. I thought I clicked on Omega. This does not look like the Omega floor at all.
Oh, I think it's because you have to set the stage.
Yeah, you have to set the stage at the top to be the mechanic that you want to try out.
Ah, I see P5 Dynamis Delta load.
Oh god, I forgot how loud this thing is. Oh god, my ears.
Oh jeez.
I'm still
Dynamite.
indexing.
It's called Dynamese data Delta.
Wait, the simulator made me a Lalafell. This is unusable.
Yeah, it.
Yeah, refund the Patreon.
Map changing.
Map changing.
Map change.
Why am I a Lalafell?
Everyone's.
Oh god, my
Everyone's a
insane
Lala.
control system. Yeah, none of these keep. Oh, okay, I can remap. This is incredible.
Oh god.
Whoa, the what is going on with my hardware acceleration? Excuse me.
How do I change to legacy, please?
You click the little gear icon top right, and then change control type.
Man, this really does not like my controls. It does not like my forward and back keys.
I'm
Space
dead.
and F10.
Yeah, I'm dead.
Oh yeah, by the way, a friend told me about this. The tethers are kind of